1. Hypervigilance. Why would I be hypervigilant? Why would you not? If you rolled a grenade, metaphorically, into somebody's kitchen every day, and one day it had the pin in it, the next day it did not, one day it had the pin in, the next day it did not, then 2 days with no pin, then 3 days with pin. If you did this for a year, meaning that we never know, metaphorically, when the kitchen is going to blow up. But, plot twist, you can't leave the home. What would that environment create in a human's brain? It would probably become pretty hypervigilant as to what kind of day today is going to be. Can I avoid the explosion of narcissism today? If I modify my behavior, will I be able to avoid the explosion? Walking on eggshells, chronic activation of nervous system, hypervigilance. If I become small enough and restrict enough due to the CPTSD, maybe I can avoid the explosion. If I don't take up too much room, if I don't have too big of an identity, if I don't have too many needs, as they're constantly relaying back to me that I'm too much. Pathological gaslighting, as they are actually taking up all the space in the home with their explosion every other day. It's a type of coercive abuse, but for what? This is where it can get extremely traumatizing because the goal is not always what it seems or what anyone can wrap their mind around as the goal, because they are not like you and you are not like them. People think the goals are finances, assets, custody. Now, don't get me wrong, they will take those, but those are tools still of control to get to the actual goal. That before there's even a separation, they have been eliciting this behavior. The goal is narcissistic supply, exclusive to pathological narcissism. So what is supply? We might want to understand that if that's what they're trying to gain. Supply is anything, regardless to if it's dramatic or grandiose, dark or light, that leads to excessive admiration, but they'll even take fear. And that's the darker side that we don't often outline. That excessive admiration a lot of times tips over to flat out compliance and fear from their partner. And they have no problem with this because the low amount of empathy, they don't feel what you're feeling. That's why in management, they tend to need to reflect an understanding that does not mean empathy of how their partner could be responding to their behavior. I can illustrate that mutualism is better than a parasitic relationship. If you hurt your partner, it hurts you. That is still self-interest in order to motivate behavioral change. And they understand this could be more damaging than good to do in an interpersonal relationship. That doesn't mean they feel your pain. It means they understand how it affects them. If you feel you've dealt with any of the issues illustrated, session special, link in bio.